2 or 3.
When the crickets squeak and the tombstones quake,
Spooks come out for a swinging wake,
happy haunts materialize,
and we begin to vocalize.
grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Welcome back, mortal friends, to the Haunted Mansion Show, episode number 27. I am your ghost host for the evening, as we take a look at a very intriguing topic for tonight's episode. Picture, if you will, New Orleans, our original home. A place where jazz music was born and steamboats once ruled the Mississippi. But New Orleans is also home to another thing that has lasted over the years. A custom to some, an art form for others. It is commonly known as voodoo. What exactly is voodoo? Well, voodoo, in a simple definition, is one of several types of cultures for those who believe in bringing the dead back to life. Long ago, in the very heart of New Orleans, voodoo was brought over by workers from West Africa who used this special kind of magic as a way of worshipping their ancient ancestors. These workers also had a great deal of knowledge on protecting themselves from harm. They came in the forms of poisoned bottles, hand-sewn dolls, painted skulls, and assortments of amulets, all of which are still identified in the way the world looks at this dark art today. Kings and queens of voodoo have risen from the birth of this creepy custom, one of which we shall be talking with tonight. In just a moment, we will receive a call from Dr. Facilier, the Shadow Man, as he tells his tale about how he used this dark art to make friends on the other side. We should be expecting the call any second now. There it is. This is the Haunted Mansion's ghost host speaking. Is this who I believe it is?
If you are referring to Dr. Facilier, then you are correct, sir. I'd wager I'm in the company of the very powerful spirit from the beyond who haunts the old Gracey place.
That is correct. Now that you're here, let us delve into your corruptible mortal state. Tell us a bit about yourself, if you can.
When I was alive, I wanted to change the futures and fates of so many people in New Orleans. Naturally, the only way I could do that was through voodoo and hoodoo, which took me years to master. After all, you can't just pick magic up from the streets like a rat who finds garbage for food.
And how successful was your business?
Very successful, if I may say so myself. I used it cheerfully for beneficial purposes. Love was found and miracles were born. Life was simple and sweet. That is, until I started to notice all those fat cats in their fancy cars, driving around like a bad Mardi Gras parade. Why is it they get to sit at the lap of luxury from pure spoiling, while miserable poor souls like me are left in the cold to shiver?
I assume that's how you became attached to the dark side of magic. Is that not correct?
I was desperate. Desperate for any sort of value, whether it be monetary or life-providing, but mostly monetary.
I see.
did it really matter if those fortunes I gave to people were fulfilled? At this point in life, it did not. All that mattered was that those wayward suckers would still give me the power to make their wildest of dreams come true at any price.
And who was the client that turned the tables on you in the end?
Naveen.
You don't mean Prince Naveen from Maldonia, do you?
The very same.
How did you change his life by using voodoo this time?
He was the kind of guy who loved the ladies, but he wanted to be free from the prospect of marriage. As we all know, freedom takes green. Buckets of it.
So you gave him buckets of money?
Oh no. I turned him into a frog for a good laugh.
Ah, now that makes more sense.
Well, joking aside, I actually wanted to help the prince's servant, Lawrence. I could see it in his eyes. It was he who wanted freedom the most. Freedom from constantly dragging this spoiled child around all the time. Freedom from Naveen. By using the prince's blood, my talisman made him look like Naveen, so that he would marry and lead the happy life he desired for far too long.
I do understand where you're coming from. It's always good to give a helping hand. If I could find it.
Exactly. And what do I get in return? A one-way ticket to the underworld. And for what? Helping some poor fat men out? It was downright unfair.
But did you not turn the future princess of Maldonia, Tiana, into a frog as well?
Well, yes, but...
And did you not have a plan to murder the mayor of New Orleans to gain even more monetary value?
How in the world did you...
And did you break a promise with your friends on the other side, resulting in your inevitable fate?
May I inquire how you know all that?
Your disappearance was in the papers. Being a resident of New Orleans myself, things like that tend to get around town.
You tell those newspaper printers that they'll have a new headline soon. I'll be back. Eventually.
How exciting to hear. I'll see that they get the message.
I must admit, it's a pleasure to get the story of my life off my chest, even if it's towards another dead man.
Likewise, Dr. Facilier.
Please, call me Shadow Man.
Ah, yes, of course. Shadow Man. Farewell, friend.
Farewell. For now.
Now, friends, there are a few other exciting things that must be mentioned before the night expires. As we know, this weekend is Valentine's weekend. And I just received one from a very close friend of ours. It seems that he was plotting again. Let's see what it says. Violets are blue, roses are red. Our friendship lives on, though we may be dead. How nice of Mr. Skellington. I shall keep this with me as a momentum of my appreciation. Let's see what else was there. Ah, yes. As you may or may not be aware already, the 60th anniversary of Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom is slowly but surely presenting itself in many different diabolical ways. The castle will be covered in diamonds, and more magic will be unleashed in the nighttime with a glowing parade and a nighttime show encompassing all of Main Street, USA. But surely you haven't come here for that rubbish. No, no, no. You came here for this. If you visited our mansion recently, you may have noticed this mysterious wall located just outside the attic. If you look closely, you'll find a rather batty occupant inhabiting the window. I know what you are thinking. Why bring up a window as an interesting topic of conversation. Well, there has been a rumor about a certain friend of ours coming out of hiding. Mind you, this rumor has lasted for quite some time, and that he has been on the show quite a lot. So there has been some doubt. However, given that he appeared at the 2013 exposition of D23, and that he has been used for dozens of our merchandise, and that this particular image of the exposition I aforementioned just appeared now of all times, the possible conclusion is that the moment of truth for our long-lost soul just may be found by mortal eyes again. I know what you're also thinking. Wait a minute. You're the ghost host, you know. You know this mansion more than any other mortal on this earth. Why don't you tell us what it is? Simple, my friends. It's no fun that way.